God is trying to help them, but they're getting more of Atlanta housewives than they are God. And so God is having trouble helping. Help you to be a better young person. Help you, young person, to avoid pitfalls that your daddy mama fell into. But because you acknowledge the Holy Spirit as a young person, you allow him to guide you. So certain mistakes daddy made, you just bypass that. Why? Being led by the Holy Spirit. Oh, somebody, y'all gonna make me preach up in here. If you're a young person, you'll avoid certain traps. You won't get certain diseases. You won't hook up with certain folk. See, I drop it on you like that because, see, you got to let the Holy Spirit lead you. Pastor, everybody doing it. Yeah. Some messed up folks out here. You understand? Are y'all with me? Okay, number one, the Holy Spirit, in helping our weaknesses, he helps us to understand things. He helps us to understand things. Some things we don't know. The Holy Spirit helps us to understand things. Pastor, I already understand everything. Hush. He helps you to understand. Because even sometimes things we think we understand, God will have to show up and tell us, hey, my ways are not your ways. My thoughts are not your thoughts. As high as the heaven is from the earth, so are my ways and so are my thoughts from yours. Woo! And then we say, well, Lord, I didn't know what I thought I knew. I'm going to need you to help me to understand. And some of you have the understanding you have now because of how God helps you. Some of you are actually young adults, but when people look at how you carry yourself, they'll say stuff like, you mature for your age. You see what I'm saying? Because, see, God helping us to understand things. And in the day and time that we live in now, we certainly need an understanding about good and evil. So that as adults, we can stay out of evil, and then we can teach the next generation how to identify evil. But if I don't have an understanding, do you know something that the Holy Spirit will permit or allow us to go through? He understands that we don't want to go through it. We going to need his help to go through this. Woo! What my Bible reads, it was the Holy Spirit that led Jesus up into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil for 40 days and 40 nights. And he defeated the enemy on an empty stomach. Temptation was coming, but he defeated the enemy. Good God, because he allowed God to empower him to endure a difficult place. Some of you, God is elevating you. But from a natural standpoint, the suffering that he has you going through doesn't feel good to your body. But yet through this trial, God is elevating me. I'm actually being promoted. See, everybody want to come out with the promotion, but very few want to go to the lion's den. See, sometime in order to get your promotion, God has to allow you to go into the lion's den. But while in the den with hungry lions, he'll show up and let you know, don't worry now. Don't push the panic button, because I control the lions and I won't allow them to eat you, though they want to. Do you feel me? But without him, we trying to go through things. We trying to endure suffering without allowing him to help us. That's when folks start breaking down. That's when you see people going through things, but then all of a sudden quit and give up, backslide. See, they didn't let the Holy Spirit help them to endure what it was that probably from a natural standpoint, they didn't want to go through that. Come on. Don't y'all look at me like that. Because part of Christianity is suffering. Well, Pastor, don't look like you going through that. Yeah, don't look like it. Don't look like it. But suffering is a part of the journey. Paul suffered and went to God 3 times that he might remove what he was going through. And God told him, my grace is sufficient. Come on. Some of you going through something right now. God trying to talk to you. He's trying to allow you to know that his grace is sufficient sufficient. It is enough to help you through this trial. So stop getting all on you, thinking that the oil gonna bring you out. No, this has a time limit on it. It's gonna run its course if you're gonna be who God wants. Woo! Stop singing, get me out, Jesus. Jesus put you in. He put you in, and it's gonna benefit you. It's gonna make you stronger, gonna make you better. But if we don't allow God to help us, that's when we get in trouble as saints. Y'all know I'm right about that. Somebody ought to shout it, he right, he right. Yes, Lord. Help me to endure this, Lord. Help me to go through this the right way. So you can't go through pouting. You can't go through crying. James told the church, my brethren, count it all what? Joy. Count it all what? Count it all what? Count it all what? In a fiery trial, but happy. Going through trouble, but still smiling. Still got my dance. I still got my praise. I'm still clapping. Still on the praise team. I'm still in the choir. I'm still God's minister. I'm still God's deacon. The only way you can say such is that God, you've been allowing him to help you. Number 4, he helps us to resist evil. You're going to need help when temptation comes. I said you're going to need help. And some of our weaknesses is certain things that we won't allow God to help us with. And sometimes even in the church, you see people continually being messed up by the same things. You see people falling to the same things. Come on, never allowing God to strengthen them. Oh, God. Can I just be real? You see some men, a weakness is women. And instead of them letting God help them so they can be an example in the church of a strong man, they keep falling. Keep falling. Never learning to walk away from a smile. Never learning just to glance at a curve and not stare at a curve. Because I'm guilty sometimes of stuff catching my eyes. I'm just going. But I know God that'll help me. I know I'm not alone. And I know I can look to her and say, Lord, you saw that. Now go ahead and just help me. Because this ain't worth falling for.